Michael Jackson, the king of pop, a life full of glory and secrets. Michael Jackson, the king of pop, is a name everyone knows. But do we really know the man behind the legend? Throughout history and even today, very few entertainers have had as massive an influence on the world as Michael Jackson did. His career was nothing short of spectacular, filled with groundbreaking music, iconic dance moves, and timeless hits that continue to inspire millions. Yet, behind the glitz and glamour, Michael's life was shadowed by struggles, mysteries, and controversies that few fully understand. In this video, we'll dive deep into Michael Jackson's life, from his troubled childhood to his rise as a global superstar, and finally to the mysterious circumstances surrounding his death. There have been countless rumors and conspiracy theories. Some say he was involved with secret societies. Others claim his death was caused by drug abuse. But what is the truth? What secrets about Michael Jackson's life and death remain hidden? We'll explore these questions together. Before we begin, please support the channel by liking this video and subscribing. Don't take your eyes off the screen, because we're about to uncover the real story behind Michael Jackson, the king of pop. Michael Jackson's fame is undeniable, and information about him is everywhere online. Still, to fully understand the complexities and the secrets of his life, let's start with a brief summary of his early years. Michael was born in the 1950s in Gary, Indiana, a small industrial town known for its steel mills and factories. He was the 8th of 10 children in the Jackson family, which was a working-class African-American household. His parents, Joseph and Catherine Jackson, did their best to provide for their large family. Joseph worked in a steel factory and occasionally played R&B music with a local group called the Falcons. However, Joseph's love for music seemed to overshadow his love for his children. He was a strict and often harsh disciplinarian who pushed his children to perfect their musical talents. Joseph's methods included physical punishment. He would hit them with a belt or whatever he could find if they didn't meet his expectations. Music was his way of trying to give his children a path out of poverty. Michael later described his childhood as a series of painful and traumatic experiences. Unlike most kids, he had little chance to enjoy a carefree childhood. He endured physical abuse, once being hung upside down by his father and beaten until he was exhausted. Those moments of pain and loneliness haunted him well into adulthood. In 1964, just as he was starting first grade, Michael joined his family's singing group, the Jackson Brothers, along with his brothers Marlon, Jackie, Tito, and Jermaine. They toured extensively across Indiana and beyond. The group's early success came with songs like My Girl, and soon they changed their name to the Jackson 5. By 1966, the Jackson 5 had gained momentum, and Michael's star started to shine even brighter. 2 years later, they signed their first recording contract with Motown Records. The group quickly became a household name, with their songs topping the Billboard charts and earning critical acclaim. Even as a young teenager, Michael's talent was undeniable. At just 14 years old, he released solo hits like Got to Be There and Ben. The family moved to California in the 1970s, settling in Los Angeles, where Michael's career would reach unprecedented heights. During this time, the Jackson family's fame skyrocketed, sparking what the media dubbed Jackson Mania, a frenzy of adoration from fans worldwide. But success came with its own challenges. The Jackson 5 eventually faced conflicts with Motown, leading to a shift in their career trajectory. As the group's popularity began to decline, Michael embarked on a solo career that would redefine pop music. His 1982 album Thriller became the second best-selling album of all time in the U.S. and featured numerous chart-topping singles. Thriller's success solidified Michael's status as a global icon. However, with fame came personal struggles and public scrutiny. Michael's appearance began to change dramatically over the years. Many noticed his skin becoming lighter, sparking intense speculation and rumors. Michael explained that he suffered from vitiligo, a skin condition causing loss of pigmentation. Yet, this explanation did not quell all criticism, and some accused him of trying to distance himself from his African-American heritage. Behind the scenes, Michael was battling serious health issues, including lupus and the psychological toll of living in the public eye. Despite these hardships, he remained committed to his music and his message of love, unity, and peace. This is just the beginning of Michael Jackson's story, a journey filled with triumph, pain, controversy, and mystery. In the next parts, we'll delve into his personal battles, legal troubles, and the legacy he left behind. The rise and challenges of a superstar. As Michael Jackson's solo career took off, the world watched in awe. His music, dance moves, and unique style set him apart from every other artist of his time. But behind the scenes, the pressures and challenges of fame were mounting. In the late 1970s and early 1980s, Michael worked tirelessly to craft an image that was both captivating and revolutionary. His groundbreaking music videos, like Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean, broke racial barriers on MTV and redefined the art of storytelling through song. He became known as the King of Pop, a title that recognized his immense influence over the music industry. However, with success came intense media scrutiny. Michael's appearance began to change noticeably. His skin grew lighter, his nose thinner, and his facial features became more sculpted. This sparked waves of speculation and gossip. Some said he was trying to escape his identity as a black man in America, while others believed he was battling serious health issues. Michael himself explained that he suffered from vitiligo, a rare skin condition that causes the loss of pigmentation in patches. In interviews, he openly spoke about this disease, trying to dispel rumors and misunderstandings. Yet the public remained divided. Some sympathized, while others were quick to judge. Along with physical changes, Michael's personal life became increasingly complicated. The pressures of fame, relentless touring, and the constant attention began to take a toll on his mental health. He became withdrawn and more protective of his privacy, retreating to his famous Neverland Ranch, a sprawling estate complete with a private amusement park, zoo, and movie theater. Neverland was Michael's sanctuary, a place where he could reclaim a sense of childhood that was lost in his early years. He opened his home to children, friends, and loved ones, offering joy and escape from the harsh realities outside its gates. Yet it also became the center of controversy and painful accusations. Throughout the 1990s, Michael faced several allegations of child sexual abuse. These claims shocked his fans and cast a shadow over his career. The first public accusation came in 1993, when a 13-year-old boy and his father accused Michael of inappropriate behavior. The case was settled out of court with no admission of guilt from Michael, but it left a lasting mark on his public image. Michael vehemently denied all allegations, insisting on his innocence. However, the media frenzy was relentless. Tabloid headlines, court battles, and public suspicion dogged him for years. The emotional strain was enormous, and Michael increasingly relied on medications to cope with stress, anxiety, and physical pain. Despite the turmoil, Michael continued to produce music and perform. His 1995 album History combined greatest hits with new songs that reflected his struggles and determination. Hits like Scream and You Are Not Alone revealed a more vulnerable side of the King of Pop, showing his fight against media persecution and loneliness. The mid-2000s brought another wave of legal battles. In 2003, Michael was charged with child molestation following an investigation spurred by a documentary called Living with Michael Jackson, where he appeared holding hands and sharing a bed with a young boy. The case led to a highly publicized trial in 2005. During the trial, Michael Jackson's every move was scrutinized. He was acquitted of all charges, but the damage to his reputation was severe. The trial revealed the complexities and contradictions of his life, a man adored by millions yet plagued by suspicion and scandal. As Michael's legal troubles persisted, so did his health issues. The physical and emotional toll of his lifestyle, combined with chronic pain from past injuries, led to a dependence on prescription medications. Friends and family expressed concern about his well-being, and rumors about his health spread rapidly. By the late 2000s, Michael was preparing for a major comeback with his This Is It concert series, a highly anticipated residency in London. Fans eagerly awaited his return to the stage, hopeful for a revival of the legendary performer. Tragically, on June 25, 2009, Michael Jackson was found unconscious in his Los Angeles home. He was rushed to the hospital but was pronounced dead shortly after. The cause was acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication, drugs administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. The news shocked the world. Fans mourned the loss of an icon whose music and influence had shaped generations. Investigations revealed that Dr. Murray had been careless in administering and monitoring Michael's medication, leading to charges of involuntary manslaughter. In 2011, Dr. Murray was convicted and sentenced to prison, though he served only part of his sentence due to good behavior and prison overcrowding. The circumstances of Michael's death added another layer of tragedy to a life already filled with hardship and controversy. Even years after his passing, Michael Jackson's legacy endures. His music remains timeless, inspiring new artists and captivating fans worldwide. Yet questions and debates about his life, health, and personal choices continue to spark discussion. In the next part, we will explore more about Michael's complex personality, his impact on culture, and the mysteries that still surround him. The complex legacy and controversies. Michael Jackson's life was a complex tapestry woven from extraordinary talent, personal struggles, and public scrutiny. Beyond the headlines and scandals, he was a gifted artist whose influence transcended music and culture worldwide. One of the most remarkable aspects of Michael was his dedication to his craft. From an early age, he exhibited an unparalleled work ethic, constantly perfecting his singing, dancing, and performance skills. His signature moves, the moonwalk, the robot, the spins, became iconic, inspiring countless performers. But Michael's perfectionism came at a personal cost. The pressure to maintain his image and meet the expectations of fans, record labels, and the media was immense. He was known to rehearse tirelessly for hours, pushing his body to the limit. His private life, meanwhile, remained deeply guarded and often misunderstood. Michael sought refuge in his Neverland Ranch, creating a fantasy world where he could escape the harsh realities of fame and relive the innocence of childhood he never fully experienced. However, the same place that symbolized joy also became a focal point of controversy. Allegations of child abuse emerged repeatedly, culminating in legal battles that polarized public opinion. Supporters fiercely defended Michael, citing a lack of concrete evidence and praising his humanitarian efforts, while critics viewed the accusations as troubling signs. Michael's philanthropic work was indeed significant. He donated millions to charities, supported children's hospitals, and raised awareness on social issues such as HIV, AIDS, and racial equality. His song "Heal the World" remains a poignant anthem of hope and compassion. Yet, despite his generosity, Michael's image was often overshadowed by speculation about his health and appearance. Media outlets scrutinized every change: his skin tone, facial surgeries, and public behavior. The debate over whether these changes were driven by medical conditions, personal insecurities, or external pressures added layers to his public persona. The media's relentless focus on his appearance sometimes eclipsed his artistic achievements. Yet, Michael seemed to accept this scrutiny, maintaining his commitment to creating music that moved people. His music videos set new standards for creativity and production. Thriller, directed by John Landis, revolutionized the medium, blending music and cinema. The video's horror-themed choreography and storytelling captivated audiences globally and remain a cultural milestone. Albums like Bad, Dangerous, and History further cemented his status as a musical innovator. He experimented with different genres, collaborated with top producers, and pushed the boundaries of pop music. However, Michael's personal life continued to be fraught with challenges. His relationships, marriages, and parenting attracted media attention. He married Lisa Marie Presley in 1994, a union that lasted less than 2 years. Later, he married Deborah Jean Rowe, with whom he had 2 children. His role as a father was often highlighted as a source of joy amidst turmoil. As the years passed, Michael struggled with chronic pain from injuries sustained during performances, as well as psychological pressures. His dependence on prescription medications grew, leading to concerns about his health and well-being. Despite these struggles, Michael's performances remained electrifying. Fans around the world revered him as the ultimate entertainer, a figure whose talent and showmanship transcended age, race, and culture. His sudden death in 2009 left a void in the music world. The outpouring of grief and tributes highlighted the profound impact he had on millions of lives. Yet, his legacy remains complicated. The allegations, legal battles, and conspiracy theories continue to spark debate. Some view him as a misunderstood genius, others as a deeply troubled individual. In recent years, documentaries, biographies, and investigations have attempted to shed light on his life, painting a nuanced portrait of a man who lived in the spotlight but battled personal demons in the shadows. Michael Jackson's story is a reminder of the complexities of fame, how extraordinary talent can be accompanied by extraordinary challenges. His influence on music, dance, and popular culture is undeniable, even as questions about his personal life linger. In the next part, we'll delve deeper into the artistic innovations and lasting cultural impact that define Michael Jackson's place in history. Artistic innovations and cultural impact. Michael Jackson was not just a performer. He was an innovator who reshaped the landscape of popular music and culture in unprecedented ways. His artistry extended far beyond his powerful vocals and signature dance moves. Michael was a visionary who combined music, storytelling, choreography, and visual effects to create immersive experiences that captivated audiences worldwide. One of his most groundbreaking contributions was the transformation of the music video into an art form. Prior to Michael, music videos were often simple recordings of performances. But with videos like Thriller, Beat It, and Smooth Criminal, Michael elevated the format into cinematic storytelling. Thriller stands as a milestone in music history, a short film with complex choreography, makeup effects, and a plot that blended horror and pop culture. It set a new standard for production quality and creativity, inspiring generations of artists and filmmakers. His dedication to choreography was legendary. Michael pushed the boundaries with complex routines, syncopated movements, and innovations like the moonwalk, which became iconic worldwide. His performances were meticulously rehearsed and executed with precision, combining athleticism and artistry. Michael's influence extended into fashion as well. His signature looks, the fedora, single white glove, military-style jackets, and high water pants, became symbols recognized globally. These styles transcended music to influence fashion trends and cultural identity. Musically, Michael was a master of blending genres. He fused pop, rock, funk, soul, and R&B, creating a sound that was accessible yet innovative. Collaborations with legendary producers like Quincy Jones brought out the best in his talents and helped craft timeless albums. Songs like Billie Jean, Man in the Mirror, Black or White, and Earth Song showcased his ability to combine catchy melodies with socially conscious messages. He used his platform to address issues such as racial harmony, environmental awareness, and self-reflection. Michael's influence on artists across the globe is immeasurable. Countless singers, dancers, and entertainers cite him as a key inspiration. His music transcended cultural and linguistic barriers, resonating with people from all walks of life. Beyond entertainment, Michael's cultural impact involved breaking down racial barriers in the music industry. As a black artist achieving massive global success, he challenged stereotypes and paved the way for future artists of color to gain mainstream acceptance. His historic appearances on networks like MTV helped shift the industry towards greater diversity and inclusivity. The term King of Pop was not merely a title, but a recognition of his unprecedented reach and influence. Michael's philanthropic endeavors further amplified his legacy. His dedication to charitable causes was evident in his music, public statements, and personal actions. He used his fame to raise funds and awareness for children's hospitals, HIV/AIDS research, disaster relief, and many other causes. Despite his immense success, Michael maintained a genuine commitment to humanitarian efforts. His songs often reflected a hope for a better world, inspiring listeners to consider their role in society. His cultural influence extended to dance styles, music production techniques, and performance art. Innovations such as the use of sound effects in his songs, layered vocal harmonies, and experimental video techniques became industry standards. Michael Jackson's artistry redefined what it meant to be a pop star. He blurred the lines between singer, dancer, actor, and activist. This multifaceted approach changed how audiences experienced music and entertainment. As technology evolved, Michael embraced new opportunities, using the latest tools to enhance his artistry. Whether through elaborate stage shows, special effects, or groundbreaking video concepts, he stayed at the forefront of innovation. His work helped shape the modern entertainment industry, influencing how artists connect with fans through multimedia experiences. In summary, Michael Jackson's artistic innovations and cultural impact remain a significant part of his legacy. His ability to merge music, dance, fashion, and social messages created a powerful, enduring influence. Up next, we will explore the challenges he faced later in life and the controversies that shaped public perceptions of the King of Pop. Trials, controversies, and public scrutiny. As Michael Jackson's fame reached its peak, his life was increasingly under the spotlight, not only for his art but for the controversies and personal struggles that would follow him for decades. Despite his immense talent and global popularity, Michael's personal life was marked by intense media scrutiny and a series of highly publicized allegations. One of the most significant and damaging issues was the repeated accusations of child sexual abuse. These allegations emerged in the early 1990s and dogged him for much of the rest of his life. The first public allegation came in 1993 when a 13-year-old boy and his family accused Michael of inappropriate behavior. This case was settled out of court in 1994 without any admission of guilt, but the accusations tarnished his public image. The media frenzy surrounding these accusations was relentless, and Michael became a frequent target of tabloid speculation and public judgment. In 2003, the allegations resurfaced with new charges and a criminal trial. The intense media coverage and legal battles severely impacted Michael's career and personal life. The trial lasted several months, with extensive testimony and evidence examined. Ultimately, Michael Jackson was acquitted of all charges in 2005, but the damage to his reputation was profound and lasting. Throughout these turbulent years, Michael's eccentric behavior and changing appearance fueled speculation. His skin color had visibly lightened, which he attributed to vitiligo, a skin condition that causes loss of pigmentation. His physical transformations, multiple plastic surgeries, and unusual habits were often subjects of public fascination and criticism. Moreover, Michael faced financial difficulties, including debts and lawsuits, despite his massive earnings. The pressures of fame, legal battles, and health issues took a toll on him. His personal relationships also drew attention, from high-profile romances to complex family dynamics. Despite all the challenges, Michael continued to work on music and planned ambitious comeback tours. Tragically, these plans were cut short by his untimely death in 2009. His passing shocked the world and reignited debates about his life, legacy, and the circumstances surrounding his death. Many fans and supporters mourned deeply, while critics remained divided over his legacy. Even years after his death, the controversies remain a topic of public discussion, documentaries, and investigations. Michael Jackson's life was a complex mix of extraordinary talent and human vulnerability, success and scandal, adoration and accusation. Understanding the full scope of his story requires looking beyond headlines to the person behind the public image. In the next part, we will take a closer look at the events leading up to his death, the investigation that followed, and the ongoing impact on his legacy. The final years and mysterious death. In the years leading up to Michael Jackson's death, his life was a mix of personal struggles and attempts at revival. Despite his legal victories, Michael remained under intense scrutiny and faced mounting financial pressures. In 2009, he was preparing for a highly anticipated comeback concert series called This Is It, scheduled to take place in London. The tour was meant to mark his triumphant return to the stage and rebuild his career. However, behind the scenes, Michael was battling serious health issues and reportedly struggling with addiction. On June 25, 2009, tragedy struck. Michael Jackson was found unconscious at his home in Los Angeles. Emergency responders tried to revive him, but he was pronounced dead at the hospital. The news sent shockwaves around the globe. Fans, celebrities, and media outlets mourned the loss of the King of Pop. The official cause of death was later determined to be acute propofol and benzodiazepine intoxication, powerful sedatives administered by his personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray. Dr. Murray was accused of administering these drugs improperly to help Michael sleep, which ultimately led to respiratory failure. The subsequent investigation and trial brought new revelations and controversy. In 2011, Dr. Conrad Murray was found guilty of involuntary manslaughter for his role in Michael Jackson's death and sentenced to 4 years in prison. Michael's death raised many questions about the pressures of fame, the dangers of prescription drug misuse, and the ethics of celebrity healthcare. The aftermath also saw a resurgence of interest in Michael Jackson's music and legacy. Posthumous albums, documentaries, and tribute concerts helped maintain his presence in pop culture. However, the controversies surrounding his personal life and death continued to fuel debates. Michael Jackson's story is a powerful reminder of the complexities of fame and the human cost behind the spotlight. In the next and final part, we will explore Michael's enduring legacy, how he changed the music industry forever, and the impact he left on millions worldwide. Michael Jackson's enduring legacy. Michael Jackson's influence on music, dance, and pop culture is undeniable and unparalleled. From his groundbreaking music videos like Thriller, Beat It, and Billie Jean, to his signature dance moves such as the moonwalk, he revolutionized the way artists connected with audiences. His ability to blend genres, from pop and rock to soul and R&B, created a sound that appealed across generations and cultures. Michael also paved the way for future artists, breaking down racial barriers in the music industry. He was one of the first black artists to gain massive airplay on MTV, opening doors for many others. Beyond music, Michael was a humanitarian. He donated millions to charity and used his platform to raise awareness about social issues. Songs like Man in the Mirror and Heal the World reflected his desire to inspire change and promote peace. Despite the controversies and hardships, his artistry continues to inspire millions around the world. Many contemporary artists cite him as a major influence on their work. Tributes, memorials, and celebrations of his life continue to this day, reflecting the deep and lasting impact he left behind. Michael Jackson was not just a pop star, he was a cultural icon who changed the music landscape forever. As we remember his journey, it's clear that his music, style, and spirit remain alive in the hearts of fans worldwide. As Michael Jackson's life drew to a close, the shadows of controversy continued to follow him, never truly fading away. His death on June 25, 2009, at his Neverland estate marked the end of an era, but also opened a new chapter filled with questions, investigations, and legal battles that gripped the world's attention. The official cause of death was acute propofol intoxication, leading to respiratory arrest. His personal physician, Dr. Conrad Murray, was found administering the powerful anesthetic in an unmonitored home setting, which was far from a standard medical practice. Paramedics rushed to Jackson's home after an emergency 911 call, but the King of Pop was pronounced dead at the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center shortly after arrival. The loss of Michael Jackson sent shockwaves globally, with fans mourning the death of a musical icon who had shaped pop culture for decades. But alongside the grief came controversy and speculation. Investigators quickly ruled out homicide, but questions about negligence and medical malpractice surfaced, centering on Dr. Murray's role in the events leading to Jackson's death. Dr. Murray was charged with involuntary manslaughter for his careless administration of propofol, combined with other sedatives. Throughout the trial, testimonies revealed a troubling picture of medical mismanagement, with Murray failing to properly monitor Jackson's vital signs and ignoring standard safety protocols. The court found Murray guilty, sentencing him to 4 years in prison, though he served just under 2 years due to overcrowding. The trial fueled public debate over the pressures faced by Jackson in his final years. Reports indicated severe insomnia and anxiety had plagued him, leading to reliance on potent medications to find relief. His health and mental state were reportedly deteriorating, with prolonged stress from ongoing legal battles and media scrutiny exacerbating his condition. More than a decade after his passing, Michael Jackson's legacy remains complex. The music, dance, and performances he left behind continue to inspire millions, but the allegations and controversies shadowing his personal life provoke ongoing discussion. Some defend his innocence, citing lack of conclusive evidence, while others believe the accusations hold weight. What is undeniable is the magnitude of Jackson's impact as an artist. From the groundbreaking album Thriller to iconic dance moves like the moonwalk, he redefined what it meant to be a global pop star. His influence extends beyond music to fashion, music videos, and humanitarian efforts. Even in death, Michael Jackson remains a symbol of extraordinary talent mixed with human vulnerability. His story reminds us how fame can both elevate and isolate, and how the pressures of public life can take a profound toll. As we close this exploration of Michael Jackson's life and death, it's important to reflect on the full picture. A gifted artist whose brilliance was matched by personal struggles and controversies. The truth about many aspects of his life may never be fully known, but his contributions to music and culture are undeniable. Thank you for joining this deep dive into the enigmatic life of the King of Pop. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more in-depth stories like this. Until next time, take care and keep exploring the fascinating stories behind the legends.